Hello, everyone. My name is Dr. Lori Austin, and I will be your instructor for the next 6 weeks for this Calculus 1 course. I'm currently teaching 3 sections of it, so, please do, when you email me and everything, do it through Canvas so I know exactly which section you're in, but all the sections are, of course, identical. I've been teaching at Raritan Valley Community College for the last 15 years, and I've been teaching calculus for about the last 3. I've also been chair of the Math and Computer Science Department for the last 5 years, so I'm quite busy. But I look forward to working with you over these next 6 weeks. What I'm going to do is kind of show you a little overview of our Canvas course so you can easily know where to find everything. I have set the whole course up at this point. Some minor tweaks I still need to do, like I won't put your groups together until Monday morning when our class begins, but most of the course is set up. So I want to kind of give you an overview so you know how to go about it. Keep in mind, it is a lot of work. We are condensing a 5 contact hour, 15-week course into 6 weeks. So this course that actually meets on campus, the sections that meet on campus, they get together for 10 hours a week on campus, and then the extra work that you need to do outside, your homework and everything else outside of class. So you really need to expect to spend about 15 to 20 hours per week, and you need to get your work done on time. So as I show you the modules, it is so important you keep up with everything. If as soon as you fall behind, you're going to have a hard time catching up, and we're not going to be able to, because of the short 6-week section, really not going to be able to extend due dates for stuff. The one thing I do keep open, of course, is your homeworks, but, as long as you get them done by the end of the semester, though it's imperative, there are a lot of them, that you do them on a weekly basis. I do open the whole course up at the beginning of this, now, if you're in the course now, you can see it. So you can always work ahead, and working ahead is going to be kind of crucial to getting everything done on time. So let me switch to our Canvas course, and then I can kind of go through everything with you. I look forward to the 6 weeks, and I look forward to helping you as much as I can. Let me just switch over to student view here. Okay, so when you get into the course, I'm in a student view now. So this is what you should be seeing when you get into the course. It takes you right to our home page, which really doesn't have a lot of information on it. It will kind of let you know on the side over here when what's coming up, but it welcomes you. Little note, of course, I will not put lab groups together until 5/22, and it just gives you a summary of the tabs I have available to you. The most important tab, and the one you're going to go to as soon as you click on the home page, is modules. The way I set my course up, I strongly suggest you do everything through the modules. So let's take a quick overview of these modules. The first thing you have is the course information and the course syllabus. So I am using my section 80 course right now, but as I said, I think I have two other sections as well. I think they're 95 and 98 or 96 and 98. So they're all the same. So don't worry that it says section I8, Calculus 1, section 80. Doesn't matter which one you're in. So you want to click this syllabus, and this is crucial because this is kind of the layout of our course. It's all of the information. I do have an office on campus, though. It being summer, I'm going to, do most of my work. As you saw in my video, I'm sitting on my back deck, and that's where I'll be doing most of my work for the next 6 weeks. So, if you do wish to meet with me, the best thing to do is just shoot me an email in Canvas. And you just come over to this little email button all the way to the left-hand side, the inbox button, and I will happily set up a time to meet with you. Occasionally I'll be on campus, but more than likely it'll be a Zoom meeting. All right, so here's all our textbook information. You have the option of an 18-week or life of the edition. When you purchase the book, I would strongly, if you're going on to Calc 2 at Raritan Valley, then definitely do life of the edition. If you're not, then you can just do the 18 weeks. It is a digital textbook unless you really want the hard copy. That is entirely up to you, and I will show you how you can quickly, easily, and the most cost-effective way to get that digital textbook. That textbook comes in a program called MyMathLab. Many of you are probably familiar with it. And that's also where you'll do your homework for the course. So that information is there. Graphing calculators, recommended, not needed. You do not need one. You will not use a graphing calculator on the test. So while you're doing labs and stuff, they can be useful, but honestly, Desmos is probably the most useful tool. And you can just get that very simply by going into your web browser, typing in Desmos, and it's a much better graphing calculator in my opinion. But scientific calculators are what's needed when you take exams. So let's go down. How the course is broken up is here. Exams and quizzes will count for 40%, your final 30%. So 70% of your grade is just mastery of the subject matter that will come up on. There are no quizzes. It says quizzes, don't worry about that. There are 3 exams and 1 final exam. They make up 70% of your grade. The group labs will be 15%. Everyone, this course, while you will get 3 academic credits for it, it is a 5 contact hour course, which means there are 2 lab hours. So these group labs are mandatory. They are part of this particular course. So I will go through in a separate video and kind of how to go about your group labs, and your labs will be assigned on the first day of class, Monday 5/22. There are a few forum posts. These are just checking for understanding, like, can you describe the 3 steps to determining if something's continuous? That kind of thing. If you just read through the notes, watch the videos, or even just open up the textbook, you can easily answer those forum posts. The MathLab homework, that's homework that you can do over and over again until you get to 100%. You need to work on it on a weekly basis. If not, you're just not going to be able to get it all done. But I keep all of them open, and every single homework assignment has a due date of June 30th, which I believe is the last day of class. That could be the 29th. I can't remember what the last day of class is. But every has that due date, so don't put it off. There's no way you'll be able to complete that in 2 days. You will need to work on that. Plus, that is your practice for your tests. All right, and there's your grade distribution there. If you scroll down, the syllabus, there's lots of information. You are really responsible for just reading this whole thing. It goes into a little bit with the labs, the math lab, and everything. And then the final piece to this is the schedule. Hold on, here it is. So this is the schedule of classes. If something in Canvas does not match this, this is the guide right here. This is, you should print these couple pages. This is your schedule. So when I show you the week 1 module, all of this content will be in week 1 module in Canvas. So everything between 522 and 528 should, in these 2 blocks, should be completed by 528. Not the lab, you're just starting lab 1. The lab will be over, you can see here, the lab is over a 2-week period. The lab is due on 5/30. So here's week 2. You also notice that very quickly a test will be coming up, and it'll be available from Wednesday the 31st to Friday the 2nd in the RVCC Testing Center. As I emailed out to everybody, all exams must be taken in a proctored setting, preferably the RVCC Testing Center. You will get over a 3-day period to get over there. I provide the link so you can figure it out. If you are out of state and you cannot do that, you need to find a testing center near where you're at and send me that information so then I can work with them to get the test to them. All right, so again, everything is here. It's 6 weeks. It's a lot of work, but think of it this way. You've paid for it. You've committed to it. It's only 6 weeks. You can get anything done in 6 weeks. Just think how happy your 4th of July weekend will be if you complete this course successfully. So let me go back to the modules. And as I said, you know, sometimes due dates get mixed, and if something in Canvas does not match that syllabus, that means I just made a mistake that will easily be fixed, and I will fix it so that matches the syllabus. So please take a look at that. MyLabs and Mastering. So if you just open this document real quick, this will tell you how to register for MyLabs and Mastering. It does come at a price. It is our textbook, of course. It's a digital textbook. All you have to do is follow the directions on here. And it's, you know, select MyLab and link, so you can see the link is right over here. You get it for 2 weeks for free, so no reason why you can't start on day 1. And I'll show you what that looks like after I'm done reviewing the rest of the course with you. Okay, as you come down, your testing center info is here. You can click on that. I don't believe I have to fix this, the withdrawal and refund schedule. I will find the summer schedule and put it up. I think I have the spring schedule up now. I've just conveniently placed all your labs here with the lab information, but you'll also find them in the modules. So there are 4 group labs you will complete. This course is broken into 3 units: limits, derivatives and applications, and the 3rd unit is integrals. That 2nd unit is a large unit, derivatives and applications. So I've actually provided 2 labs for that unit. And then integrals is the shortest unit, so it's at the end of the course. These are just some review resources. You are expected to know everything from algebra and pre-calculus before taking this course, everything in trigonometry, all that other fun stuff. So if you don't remember any of that stuff, I just have some resources that here if you need them. Okay, so let's see what a module looks like. So for your first module, all you're doing is basically clicking down everything. You have between 522 and 528 to introduce yourself. You should print out that lab. There will be this is not set up yet, again, until I set the groups up, but there will be a group discussion post. That's a place where you and your lab members, there will be about 3 people per group. And don't worry, if there's one person that is doing nothing in your group, you just have to let me know and I will move them out of that group. It's very easy. You know, I give hints under lab information as to how best to work in a group with in an online course. But one of the things to think about, you know, what a lot of students have done is just work on the lab themselves, print it out as you're learning the material, work through the lab, and then compare your answers and have one person upload it. Once one person uploads the lab to the group assignment here, everybody sees the upload. And when I provide feedback, everybody in that group will get that feedback. So once the groups are set up on Monday, you will see that. Now, what I have done is over the course of teaching this in person, I have created videos. All you have to do is click on them, open them, and you will see quick YouTube. Sorry.
Why am I a Verbo host?
Okay. I'm going to click off that. There you go.
I know exactly when I start recording. Okay, so this section is called the idea of a limit.
All right, so again, a little bit of yelling. Sorry about that. But as you get used to it, you'll be able to see it. These are a bit long, some of them. Just, you know, all the videos are there for you to watch. They are exactly what I teach in class. Okay, so let me go back to modules. I just wanted to show you. So what's nice is because I did record my lectures, there's time in those videos where I'll put a problem up and say, all right, everybody work it out. That gives you a chance to kind of pause the video, do whatever you need to, be interactive with it, work out the problems on your own. The best way you're going to learn and really know calculus to take the test is practice a whole bunch of problems. So you should be working through the problems in the video as I'm working through them. There are notes. These notes kind of go along with the video. They're PowerPoints. You're welcome to look through those. And then there's the homework section. The homework does take you to, once you register for MathLab, it's not going to work here because I'm in the student view, but I'll show you in my view in a second how that works. We'll come back to that. And then it just goes from there. So 2.1, 2.2, video. See, so for 2.3, I have techniques. And then I have techniques continued. I provided some more techniques and so on and so on. So that is pretty much what you need to do. And then once you get so far along, oh, let me complete this limit forum post and answer these questions. And then you get on to week 2. As far as when it comes time for a test, I will provide more review for the test under test information here as we get closer to it. So that is essentially how your course will work. Let me show you real quick by getting out of student view for a second. There we go. What my math lab looks like. So when you click on a homework assignment, this is what will happen once you're registered in MathLab. So this homework assignment only has 5 problems. You click on one of them, and you can go through, do the problem, you know, put the answers. If you don't get it right, don't fret. You get 3 chances to get each problem correct, and even if after 3 chances you don't get it correct, you get to click similar problem and it'll give you something very similar. There's also, like, help me solve this. There's the publisher's video, which you could find very useful, and different things you can do. If you are really stuck and you've tried everything, you can certainly send me an email. If you click Ask My Instructor, you know, it's not instant. It'll take me a day or so to get back to you. I don't sit on the computer 24/7, obviously, but it comes to me and I can give you some hints or something along those lines. So you are free to use that as well. But some students find this screen really tiny. So one of the other options is go directly to MyLab and Mastering, open MyLab and Mastering. You'll find the same homework assignments. So go to assignments, and there it is. And it's just on a bigger screen, a little bit easier to see and a little bit easier to work with. So it depends on you how you want to approach those problems. It doesn't matter. Everything you do syncs back to Canvas. But let me show you some other things in MyMathLab that are very useful. Maybe you watch, whoops, I went too far. Let me get back in the course. Don't worry about that. That won't happen to you. Okay. So let's suppose you watch my video and it's like you're getting to chain rule and derivatives, not understanding it all. One of the things you can go to the video and resource library. The video and resource library. So what did I say? We were doing chain rule. So suppose it's just one of those topics. Students need to kind of see it a few times to get it. Chain rule. Boom. Let's get everything that's available to help me learn chain rule. And here we go. We can go to the publisher's video lecture of chain rule, which you might like much better than mine, whatever you want to use. Or maybe you just need a quick example. You can click on one of these shorter videos. You can go directly to the textbook. There's a lot of there's enhanced figures. There's all kinds of different things that you can use to help you with chain rule. The other thing is, of course, your textbook. So let me show you the textbook for a second, because you'll click here for eText. Now, the problem here is you don't quite get everything. What you want to click after you do eText is the eText that mirrors your textbook. I find this much easier to work with. And this will kind of give you your exact textbook. We can go to any chapter. So, hey, let's do derivatives again. I can scroll down. Whoops, scroll down here somewhere. There we go. And there it is, chain rule. And there's your textbook pages for chain rule. And there's all the information. And here's the other thing. So at the end of each unit, or more importantly, at the end of a complete chapter, we can go to review exercises. And there's lots of review exercises for the chapter. And I'm going to tell you what's so great about these. These are great practice for the test. And on many of the reviews, I'll refer to some of these problems. This is where you can get them. I suggest only trying odd problems, and here's why. Because if I go back to MyLab and Mastering, go back to MyLab and Mastering, go to the main menu, go to Video and Resource Library, Student Solution Manual. Not only will you get all the answers to the odd problems, but you will get, I was trying to go find chain rule again, but you'd have to find that problem. Let's see. Wait a minute. Here we go. Suppose I wanted to do number 27 here. I need to learn how to do that problem, and I cannot figure out how to do that problem. So that's 27 in the review. So that's going to be at the end of the unit. There it is, the review. Go to number 27, and there's the whole problem worked out for you. So that's another nice resource. So there's a lot of great resources here. I'm going to go back to our course. A lot of really good resources for you to learn. You have to figure out what is best for you to learn the material in this course. Everything is set up for you. Again, for email, please use the inbox. The other thing is announcements. There are some announcements that are going to pop out. One of them will pop up on May 22nd to welcome you to the course. You'll see that one. I will use announcements regularly to send you information, remind you of upcoming tests, remind you of different things. If I find students are struggling with the same thing, I'll provide additional information in those announcements. Just to give you a quick, your grades will always be, there's no grades in there now, so we're not going to worry about that. So let's just get out of that. Sorry. But your grade book is available to you. You can do what if scenarios in your grade books to see what you need to get the certain grade you want at the end of the course. If you click syllabus over here, you will get another copy of our course syllabus, and it does provide you with, hey, this is when things are due. Here's what you want to be careful of. Remember those homeworks I told you? Everybody has access to them until Friday, June 30th. So all of the homeworks are due Friday, June 30th. That's great, but quite honestly, you, in order to keep up with the course, need to be completing 2.1 to 2.4 during the first week of the course. So please don't let that go to the end. I hope this was helpful. I know it was 20 minutes long, but please just devote your time to this course. Use your group partners to kind of help and ask questions to. Use me, email me if you ever want to set up a time to meet. I will make sure I provide reviews for the test. You'll know exactly what's going to be on every test. And I look forward to the next 6 weeks.